Do I have to change my name? Am I gonna be a star?
She has this public face now, and it's not the Madonna that actually clawed her way up through the music business.
I tried to be a boy, I tried to be a girl, I tried to be a mess, I tried to be the best.
The whole purpose of Madonna's life was driven by ambition, driven by a need to be famous. She's a quintessential example of the American dream.
I'm just living out the American dream, and I just realized that nothing is what it seems.
At 45, Power Mum Madonna is still doing yoga at dawn, press conferences for breakfast, and videos for lunch. An all-conquering, lean, mean ambition machine.
What's next in the shock department? More genius.
In 1978, when 20-year-old Madonna arrived in New York, that ruthless work ethic was already very much in place.
When I first met her, she would get up at 6 in the morning, jog, come back, write some songs. She was always working. You knew she would make it. Nothing would stop her. Nothing.
When she wasn't wearing a penny at various New York eateries, Madonna earned her keep by appearing in a string of, arty movies.
I'll do anything for money, 'cause money is my love.
And 16 years prior to her infamous sex book, Madonna was already getting her kit off, all in the best possible taste, of course.
She was willing to do absolutely and totally anything to actually make it up that ladder. She made the porn movies.
I think Madonna realised very early on that shock tactics were what was necessary in order to have people talk about you.
Shut the fuck up!
And shock tactics got Madonna her very first record deal.
Flying into my office, and I was just taken aback but intrigued at the same time, and said, all right, I'll come to see you. And I'm reaching for my day timer to write the date in, and she grabs my day timer and she throws it across the room and points right at me and says, remember it, it will change your life.
Throughout her career, Madonna has used sex as a weapon with boys, with girls, and with bottles. Womanly wiles which were in operation from the outset.
She'd be very flirtatious. She knew that I was a gay woman. She utilized much of her own animal magnetism to get a lot of the things that she wanted and needed to survive.
And as Madge has always proved, with sex comes money and power.
She used to call my office, and the first thing she'd do when she got me on the phone was scream at me, just to remind you she was in charge.
Madonna was incredibly ruthless. I was summoned to an attorney's office where she was splayed on the couch chewing bubble gum and making huge bubbles while they were telling me I was fired.
While her former manager was busy having a nervous breakdown, Madonna was invited to a Manhattan hospital to negotiate a life-changing deal with Sire Records.
The president of the label was in a hospital bed recovering from cardiac surgery. She was so determined to get that contract signed, she went up to the hospital and wooed him there.
It was 1982, and Madonna had arrived.
Hi, we're in New York, and here's a song from my new album entitled Like a Virgin.
Madonna's success has always been maintained by any stunt necessary. Kissing a black Jesus, live frottage, and terrorizing old ladies. And it all started at the 1984 MTV Music Awards, where her subversive performance as a porno bride gone wrong grabbed global attention.
She was brilliant, dropping to the floor, you know, and just like writhing along the floor, and I think everyone thought, huh? You know, like, what is this?
From that moment on, Madonna never looked back.
I want longevity as a human being. I want it to last forever.
Madonna has achieved her goal to be the most famous woman in the world. But what about those who helped her get there?
Has been a problem for her. Who do you keep close to you? Who do you discard? And those of us who don't see her very much feel pretty discarded.
The people who really mean something to me and who are going to enhance and enrich my life as I grow are the people who are still around me. And the other people are people that I've gotten what I could possibly get from them. You know what I mean? That's just the way life is.
I don't think Madonna spends one moment whatsoever worrying about whether or not people like the way she did it.
And keeps doing it. 20 years on, the Queen of Ambition is hanging on to her crown for dear life, including yet another grand entrance at the MTV Awards.
Everybody comes to Hollywood.
You know, this is a woman who is the queen still, definitely, of the pop scene, and then she has the Young Pretenders. And instead of, you know, vibing them out or bitching about them, she embraces both Britney and Christina, performs with them, and then excellent, oh, superb, just sort of mwah, mwah.
Yo, 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 who that be? You can see from the MTV snob that she still wants to make it. She still wants to be number one. She's not going to retire gracefully. She's going to be the female Mick Jagger at this rate.
Madonna will be ambitious to the day she dies.
Push the button, don't push the button. Trip the station, change the channel.